Hello and welcome. Boys, are you ready for your first round?
Do I look it?
Ish. The first global street food is in front of you. You can remove your blindfolds.
Ooh! Don't say it.
It
Don't
looks
say
like
it.
something that you would have made at home. You know what I mean? It's a midnight snack.
It's a guessing game, but you're allowed to use all of your senses.
Touch tips. Mushroom.
Ham.
Cheese.
Ketchup.
On half a baguette. All we need you to do is guess which country in the world this global street food is kind of synonymous with.
I'm in my comfort zone now.
This is a very simple dish. It's delightful.
So this is something that is an absolute favourite as street food in this country, so much so you can buy them pre-made to reheat at home, and it's become a kind of student staple as well. But it began on the streets around about the 1970s with what was called small gastronomy, the opportunity for people to start small culinary businesses on the street.
This can't be too far from home.
Scribble it down on a board, just a country. If either of you get it correct, it's 5 points up for grabs. You're pretty good at identifying the ingredients. They are half baguette sliced with sautéed mushrooms, cheese, maybe some ham, grilled off and then finished with ketchup. Essentially, it's a toasted, open sandwich.
Don't say that. There is no such thing as an open sandwich. I don't know how many times I have to tell you, it's an oxymoron, and it makes you look like a moron as well. From what you said about it can't be too far away from home, could be completely true. But the opposite could also be true. Like I'm thinking, like Roti John from Singapore.
Wow. Are you going that bold? Let's go for it.
Go bold or go home.
Okie dokie, you've both scribbled a country down. Flip it round in 3, 2, 1.
What?
Oh!
Belgium and Northern Ireland.
Belgium.
Northern Ireland.
Yeah.
Is that a country? Because Ireland's a country, isn't it?
It's a constituent
Yeah, but I was
country
kinda
or
going-
region within the Great Britain
Oh,
United
okay,
Kingdom.
fine.
What's the logic in your thinkings?
Because I think I had one of these exactly when I went to go visit Belfast once. But that's also the case that every time I went to Manchester or Liverpool or Edinburgh.
So I wrote Belgium because it's not France, but it's next to France, and therefore some of the food is quite similar.
So this dish is called zapiekanka, and that is basically Polish pizza.
Poland.
So this is Poland that we're talking about, and it is a staple street food all across Poland, and that means, Jamie, you're closest with Belgium and take a point. Have you been to Poland?
Yes.
No.
Have you ever seen something like that?
Yeah, like I went to Poland on a stag do, so we were eating late night food and kebabs, and I think probably something along this line. It doesn't speak to Polish cuisine. It's not using any geographically local ingredients, to my mind. So that was really hard.
And it all stemmed from around about the 1970s when small gastronomy, which was basically an allowance for private enterprise to stretch out, but only in the catering industry. And it was these Polish pizzas that now are loved all over Poland.
Oh, right. Off to a good start.
Neither of you got it right, but Jamie, you were closest, so you take a single point, and we move on to round 2. Round 2, blindfolds off.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Girthy sushi.
Yep.
Is it? No. Whoa. I know.
That says to me there's rice and spam.
There is spam. I've had this before.
Where did we have this?
So far, you've spotted 2 ingredients. Obviously, it's wrapped in a third.
Again, oh, there's a sauce in there, Barry.
Cheers.
Cheers.
They're flavours you don't imagine together, but actually, that is delicious. It's not teriyaki, is it?
I'm deconstructing.
It's sweet.
Oh, it's not teriyaki, but it's not teriyaki. Do you know what I mean?
I think it's fair to say it's teriyaki style. You're right in the sense that the spam has been sliced and either grilled or fried, and then placed on top of sushi rice and wrapped in nori,
That is so Moorish.
which makes it spam musubi.
It's called what?
Spam musubi. But which country are we talking about?
It's a really unusual combination to me, of having something in a sushi setup with Spam. But I know that Spam gets used more elsewhere in the world than it does in the UK now, and it's great. But where is it from?
That's the name of the game. Scribble it down. Okie dokie. On the count of 3, turn your boards around. Which country do you think this street food comes from? 1, 2, 3.
Oh, hello. Oh, hello. Oh, we're both really right or both really wrong.
Excellent thinking. Explain your logic.
When we had Jolly on the channel, we made that incredible campfire stew with Spam in it. And then you've got other ingredients that would lend you towards that part of the world. So it kind of, that was my logic anyway.
That's exactly where I got to. It's like sushi, I automatically think Japan, but Spam took me to South Korea. The only other place I thought of, but it's not a country, was Hawaii. For similar reasons, but it's not a country. And I didn't want to put something down that wasn't a real country.
You can change it to America if you want.
I mean, that would be true, wouldn't it?
That's what I'm
If I'm
confused in
wrong,
your logic,
I'm
but-
thousands of miles wrong, because DC would be
Yeah.
where we, yeah.
So your logic is there. The army-based stew that used local ingredients as well as leftover ingredients from the American military bases, of which Spam was one of those. That part you're spot on with, except it was a different US military base, and that is Hawaii, and therefore the answer is the US of A.
Brilliant! I'll take that as a win.
No, you both lost, or you both won. I mean, you both got as close as each other, but neither were correct.
Ow! That's gotta hurt.
You can't put USA.
Why not?
Because you just can't, can you? Because you just, I mean, you couldn't. If I'd written USA, I'd have been laughed out the building.
No, you'd have got it right.
Yeah, I know now. But
Mate, next time take a risk.
This popped up in Hawaii, combined with the Japanese cuisine, and they used to love, especially as a lunch snack, gas stations, like corner shops. It would be a quick street food that you could grab and go and eat at lunch. So popular, in fact, that a chain of restaurants, L&L Hawaii Barbecue, managed to coin on the 8th of August a National Spam Musubi Day. There is a national day for that dish in August.
you just can't write USA, because if you're wrong.
I know, you didn't write it, did you?
No, I know, and that's, and I didn't.
Definitely didn't write it.
But if you had and you're wrong, you're very wrong.
Yeah, but you were right.
Yeah,
you
but-
would have been right, but you're so wrong now with that.
Yeah.
That's painful, isn't it?
Round 3, Jamie, you're 1 point up. Blindfolds off in 3, 2, 1.
Oh, yeah! Spicy balls.
Meatballs, what looks like chili sauce, poached eggs,
Coriander.
coriander.
If you'd like to decant smaller bowls, you're welcome, or you can just share.
This is okay. Let's go.
Dig deep enough, there are noodles, there's a nice broth under there. Yes, you've got eggs, the meatballs, some other garnish. I'm dead jealous of this dish.
Oh, whoa!
Really?
That's fiery, that is.
Is it?
That's some bouncy balls. Bouncy balls and morning glory.
What meat do you think the balls are?
I initially thought they were pork, but in tasting them, I'm not so sure. They feel like they're really tightly packed.
If it's a beef bone broth, are they beef balls?
They are.
Well done.
And the beef balls are really interesting, and that's what makes this dish so unique. Lean beef that's been pounded and pulverised and blended up. Then you have a little bit of bicarb added to it, which kind of gives it a little bit of bounce and lift. Some cornstarch or tapioca starch in there to kind of bind it.
Really?
Some seasoning. But essentially, it is a meat paste that is then turned into a ball.
Absolutely wonderful.
That is a superb bowl.
It's fresh, it's zingy, and fiery at the same time, quite fatty.
Yeah, it's got a real depth of flavour there from the broth. That is a really beefy broth. But it has so many different components to it that everything's interesting.
I love a beef meatball, but that is nothing like the beef meatballs that I know and love.
If you compare it to like an Italian beef meatball, or if you think of like a beef smash burger, also made from ground beef, you don't want to overwork it. This has been worked to the point that it becomes a paste. So any idea where in the world this is taking you?
I'm going to do a Barry. I'm doing a Barry.
The name for these particular meatballs comes from the phrase fluffy meat. And that is literally that kind of bouncy meatball. On the count of 3, reveal your answers. 1, 2, 3.
I nearly wrote that.
I wrote that last time and I was wrong.
I know, that's why I called it doing a Barry.
Justify your choices.
Vietnam was too obvious.
And we did it last time.
And we did it last time.
Yeah.
So I went close, but different.
The beef balls took me away from Vietnam for some reason. And Cambodia is something we haven't explored yet, so I took a punt.
The right continent, and even the right part of the continent, but you're both wrong. This is bakso, which is quite literally those bouncy beef balls. It has kind of Chinese noodle broth origins, but influence from Dutch meatballs from the 19th century and the Dutch influence that came in. This is from Indonesia.
Oh, I wouldn't have got that.
That's further away than I thought.
Yes, you're both over 1,000 miles away.
Excellent.
So yeah, these are really popular, kind of along with the likes of satay, one of the most popular street foods of Indonesia.
Yeah.
And they would literally have meatball vendors who would operate in carts. They have a wonderful reputation of even being undercover intelligence agents, because these meatball vendors would move around and always be in the hustle bustle of what was going on, but almost invisible.
What?
Fun fact.
This could be very close.
So using our clever app, we're looking at who is closest. Barry with Cambodia, you are 1,107 miles away. Jamie, you are 1,622 miles away.
No! No!
So whilst neither of you got it spot on, Barry, you take a point.
We're going into the last round as a draw.
You should have written USA.
Okay, boys, last one. You're equal at the moment on points, so it's all to play for. And I've got a big hot one for you.
Right.
Take your blindfolds off.
don't
In
wanna-
3, 2, 1.
Oh,
Oh,
a hot toddy of sorts.
it does look like a hot toddy, doesn't it? Apple,
Cinnamon.
star anise.
Oh,
Oh, what flavour is that? It's very sweet.
Sweet,
It's slightly, spiced, but also slightly medicinal.
yes. No, it's almost like could be vodka in it.
Vodka.
Yeah, it's like a sharp alcohol.
This tastes very similar to a hot toddy that I would drink if I was not feeling very well. Whiskey, hot water, orange, honey, star anise, and cloves.
This is almost like a mulled cider with vodka in it. That's where I'm going.
So I think you're pretty good there. It's made with red apples, but also ginger, citrus peel, cloves, cinnamon, star anise, caramelized sugar, among other things. And the other thing might give it away, so that's where I'll stop. But they're the key flavors you're probably getting out of it. It is served hot on the streets during sort of festivals and stuff like that at a certain time of the year in this place. Its word translates to very hot or a big hot one.
Oh, there was context to that initial.
There is always context. It's only you that...
There is not always context.
There is mostly always context.
The one time I have this type of drink is when I go skiing. So therefore I'm thinking it's in a mountainous area is where I'd be most familiar by having this.
Okay, so you need to try and identify that last ingredient. That's probably the only thing that will give you the clue.
For me, there's a burn, a really familiar end of night burn that I'm getting, and I can't.
And if it was that,
Yeah.
where would it be from?
I don't know, Ben.
Write it down and let's see who's closest. I'll get my calculator out.
What if you don't need it, Evans?
I might not need it, but I'm just getting it ready anyway.
2 places.
Turn your boards around in 3, 2, 1. Austria and Croatia.
Oh.
Now, I can tell you that neither of you are correct. However, you're quite close to each other.
Oh, please don't tell me that. So my backup answer, please don't tell me it's Bulgaria.
And there is only 47 miles between you.
No way! No!
This is Quental.
Quental?
Barry, you were 5,854 miles away. Jamie, 5,901.
No!
This is from Brazil.
What? From the Brazilian Alps?
So this would be drunk through the festivals in June. So we're talking Southern Hemisphere.
Winter.
In June, their winter. And it would be during some of the carnivals that they have and festivals they have then.
What's the alcohol?
Cachaça, a sugarcane rum.
What was your logic?
Jaeger.
Jaeger? Oh, Jaeger.
Yeah.
No, it could have been, couldn't it?
Because of
Could
the,
have been.
like, however many herbs and spices go into Jaeger, is it 50 or 70 or something like that? I was like, there's so much
Interesting.
complexity going in there that it could just be from the ginger and the star
have been.
anise, but it could also be from everything else piled in.
So in the east of the country, northeast, southeast of Brazil, it would be made with cachaça, but in the west, it would actually be made with wine in terms of better access to where grapes grow. Which means, Barry, you win by 47 miles.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
And you take a point.
You really should have put down USA.
I should have put Hawaii in the USA. I really should have done.
Over to you guys. I get the impression these boys like this game. Do you? If you like it, like the video and it will encourage us to make more.
Hardest game ever. And frustrating.
You're losing to me on geography. I've never had this in the Alps before.
So it's not familiar in the sense you don't think you've had it somewhere you've been.
I've never had this in the
Anyone-
Alps. I've spent a lot of time in the Alps. Up the Alps. Or what, are you in? Or you're up? Where are you?
On. Surely you're on.
Yeah,
you're
on.
not in them.
Yeah, you're not
Yeah.
in the
Yeah,
in the Alps.
You just roll down them.